Welcome back to Studio 701.
It's Monday, which means we're going to start our week out right with some live music.
We are so happy to have Studio Entertainment, which is sponsored by our friends at Starion Bank, and Dr. Brian Lydeen, Associate Professor of Woodwinds and Jazz Studies at UMary, is joining us now. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Welcome to the show. So the Jazz Fest that's coming up, let us in. What should people expect if they were to attend?
Well, the Jazz Festival is a long-standing tradition at UMary. Again, we're celebrating 50 years, so it's a huge milestone. And there's a few different parts to the festival. There's kind of the part that the public sees with the big evening concerts and all the guest artists from nationally known performers. But the other main focus of the festival is educational. And there's about 50 schools from the region and around the state that come on campus and they perform for each other, and they get adjudicated comments by these wonderful, like, nationally renowned educators and performers, and they get clinic sessions. So the real, like, meat of the Jazz Festival is the educational part. And then we get the kind of the icing on the cake are these performances at night with the university groups and these guest artists that are working the festival during the day and doing clinics and adjudicating groups. And this year is really special. We have more guest artists returning than normal to celebrate the 50th, and all of the guest artists coming back this year have been participated in the festival over the last decades. At least twice they've been there, and so they're recurring and returning artists. And on the Saturday evening concert that's at the Bell Mahis Auditorium, we also have an alumni band made up of over 25 alumni of the music department from over the decades, and they get to perform alongside the nationally known guest artists as well. So that's a really special treat. In addition to our students that get to play and are featured with all these artists, we have this alumni group, which is a big deal to put together, and just for everyone to be able to share that and just experience the camaraderie and all the fun things that we got to do as students.
Yeah.
Being involved in the festival for so many years.
A whole lot of things.
So, yeah, it's a lot happening. But it's fun.
It's got to be so impressive for the students to get to see the alumni perform.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear a performance from the University of Mary Jazz Combo in just a bit. But first, can you tell us a little bit about your musical background?
Sure. Well, I'm an alum too of the University of Mary, and I think one of my big, like, formative experiences was this festival. You know, I'm from the area. I grew up in the Bismarck-Mandan area originally, and started going to this jazz festival in middle school, junior high, 12, 13 years old, and it left such an impression on me, hearing these world-class performers and all of the great students performing at the college. And that just kind of inspired me to go on and want to pursue music as a career. And I did my undergraduate education at UMary, and then moved out to other states and worked in different places and taught at other schools. But coming back to where I grew up in this program, and now really full circle, being a little kid, being in a junior high jazz band playing, and now I'm running the festival and bringing back all my old cronies and stuff, and a lot of guest artists who I was there with, when I was growing up. And so it's really special to just have that
Tell us
connection.
how that feels. I mean, being an alumnus and watching it as a young kid, and now keeping the tradition alive and teaching these kids. How does that make you feel?
Well, part of it's terrifying. It's so many things to organize, but I mean, it's really surreal though. Just, a few years ago when I came back and started working at UMary, that initial period was like, wait a minute, I used to go to get lessons in this office, and now I'm teaching there, and all these rooms where I used to be a student, now I'm the one in charge. But that kind of, all teachers have that moment at a certain point where you're in charge. But yeah, it's been great to just reach out to all these people from my past, and a lot of the people that are in this alumni group are educators in the area, and they've been sending students to the festival for the last few decades too. So for a lot of them too, it's a really sort of full circle moment. Like, okay, I used to play in this festival, and I've been sending students, and now I'm back playing at it. And so it's really cool to be able to celebrate with that with all of them, and yeah, we're just looking forward to it. It's a crazy week, and just
I bet it is.
tons of layers of organization, but it's all worth it when everyone gets to experience it.
Yeah.
It's going to
really
be a
have
good
fun.
one for sure. Okay, Brian, stay put
Sure.
because keep it here. They're warmed up and ready to play. Actually, which instrument takes the longest to get warmed up?
I'm going with the tuba. No,
Anybody?
I was going to say the tuba. There's no tuba.
There's no tuba.
But if there were, it would be the tuba. All right, folks, keep it here. We get to hear a performance from the University of Mary Jazz Combo in just a bit. That's coming up next.